Top 5 songs from the month of January. Nerdcore came out strong in the year of 2026, and there was a lot of bangers to come out to start the month, but I narrowed it down to my personal top 5 favorite songs to start the year. Now, before we get into it, as I like to preface at the beginning of all these videos, this is my list. Your list could be completely different. Your top 5 list could be completely different. That's okay. At the end of the day, you like what you like. I like what I like. And this is just a way for me to highlight some dope music and kind of give some flowers to people who did some good work this past month. So with that being said, y'all know what y'all here for. Let me stop wasting y'all's time. Best songs from the month of January. The first song that we have up is Flames to the Spire by Shinky and Suyo and CDM. Who was expecting this from a Shinky song? Like, let's be real, like, my god. Now I know behind the scenes, like, Suyo has kind of been showing Shinky and kind of putting Shinky onto the rock genre from like a listening experience, but apparently in that experience Shinky felt inspired enough to want to make a rock track, or I should say just a metal track, and just absolutely go crazy. And let me tell you, this song is incredible. From that catchy hook, from the beautiful vocals of Shinky to the guttural screams of Suyo. We're really in Suyo's wheelhouse here, so our Suyo of course shined. And then that breakdown towards the end, this has like the when I first listened to the song, this kind of reminded me of, like, you know, when you're watching like your first, like, or like your favorite anime character get beat up, right, and then they're right before and they're doing their like a big transformation or a new transformation, and then they put like belt to ass afterwards, and you hear like this fire music in the background as they're putting belt to ass. That's the kind of sound I can hear, or sound I hear, or that's what I picture when I hear this song from Shinky. Like, it's a very welcoming surprise. I wasn't expecting it. I love it. Shinky, if you want to do more of it, I'm not going to be opposed to it, but Shinky had to be on this list of the top 5 songs from the month of January. Next up, we have Your King by Fable. Now, you guys don't realize how happy that I am that this turned out to be the phenomenal song that it is, because Shinchi Wong as a character is one of my favorite characters that I've had in anime in such a long time. And when Fable had announced that he was doing a song for this character, I'm not even gonna lie, you might have caught me screaming like a schoolgirl. The production on this is absolutely insane. It just matches that kind of like epic and cinematic vibe that I know that he was going for, but still carrying those emotional beats that you would expect from a Fable song. Dude, this probably is gonna be one of my favorite songs, or if not my favorite Fable song for a while, dude. I don't know what's topping this. I love this song, the breakdown, the guitar, the catchy hook, like I said, the emotional beats. Like, I just love the character. This was an absolute banger song. Next up, we have Talk by Game Boy Jones and Shofu.
All that jibber jabber isn't not enough to me. No, say it with your chest. If you gon' talk that talk to me. Yeah. Now you looking scared. You don't compare to how you speak. No, I play for keeps. Are y'all weak?
Talk about a hard-hitting banger with Game Boy's Mosh Pit song going crazy recently. I know Game Boy Jones has seemingly decided to run it back with the Gotcha Yokota tracks, this time in the form of Jabber, and man, this shit hits, bro. It fucking hits, bro. I don't know what it is about Game Boy lately. His music has just been clicking with me. I've been rocking with it heavy, and I've been rocking with this one since it came out. It's probably one of my most played tracks from this past month. If you were to go back and look, this beat with that like violin sample is just killer, dude. And that with Shofu and Game Boy's energy and just that like in your face braggadocious kind of just energy, it just it hits, bro. And the one thing that I do like, and I know Game Boy did this on purpose, is I like the similarities like in the hook when you're hearing like the talk. It kind of is similar to his other Gachi Yakuta track, Mosh Pit, where you're hearing like the pit, and like those crowd vocals and very chanty, and it makes it very easy. One, it makes it very easy to learn and catchy and easy to latch onto. So that way it's very easy. So when time comes for needing a song to perform live, you have a literal cakewalk of a song with this one. So big ups to Game Boy and Shofu. They made an absolute banger with this one. Next up, we have The Enlighter by DeanALing. I love DeanALing so much, man. He's one of the few artists in this community that can really consistently bring that emotion out of me. And it's like I have to be in like a weird or a certain headspace to listen to DeanALing's music. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that that's kind of the music that he makes, right? He makes very emotionally charged music that I just can't help but to like I latch on to, I relate to, and it's very like I just can't help but relate to a lot of the stuff that he makes music on. This song is no different. This song is a masterpiece. I feel like he did a very good job of capturing that struggle of Will from the show, but also attaching that realness that like any average listener can listen to and kind of take something and latch onto it themselves. And I feel like that's one of DeanALing's specialties. I know he tries to make it so it's digestible for Nerdcore fans and you can understand the character, but also so you can take a little something for yourself, and he does that exquisitely in this one. And I love just the way the production just kind of ramps up towards the end. And as the song progresses, you can tell like the emotion, it just the being poured into the song, almost the emotion being poured into the song just seems to increase, and then it all just comes to a climax at the ending hook and turns into this like big tremendous ending, and it leaves you kind of feeling fulfilled at the end of it, like you just witnessed a true experience, almost like you just watched the Stranger Things finale and you just witnessed like the culmination of everything. You kind of get an experience listening to this song. So big ups to DeanALing. Up next, we have Broadcast by Glitch Whisper.
Now you're stuck inside a broadcast. I beat the channel, turn it off fast. It doesn't matter what the radio says. You're already dead from the broadcast. 'Cause when you're living in the spotlight.
Now take notes. If you're an artist out there and you want to know how to end up or potentially increase your chances on ending up on one of these kind of like lists, these top 5, top 10, whatever lists, let me give you the cheat code right now. Synths. I love synths. That's my shit. I love it. They can never do no wrong. Plain and simple. I'm a slut for some good old synths. And Glitch Whisper brought synths in spades and in droves in this one. This one had that like perfect like synthwave late night kind of feel. And the one thing that I really like that I couldn't get out of my head is that this song almost kind of like is entrancing, and it kind of I like that because it kind of makes sense. And I don't know if they intended it like this, but like the song is like for like the themed around like, oh, what would happen if Vox won in season 2 and he kind of took over, like what would that look like? And I feel like with all like his brainwashing and all that stuff that we saw, like it would almost be like entrancing, brainwashy, like you would be lured in almost, right? And so a song that kind of like makes you feel like that, I feel like kind of fits that little just fits perfectly, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's the vibe that they were going for, but that's kind of what I picked up. So big ups on Glitch Whisper, whether that was intentional or not. I just think that's absolutely fantastic and well done. That's the top 5 songs from the month of January. Let me know, is there any songs on this list that you agree? Is there something that you don't disagree, or something that you do disagree? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know what your top 5 songs from what dropped in the January or in 2026 so far. I'm curious what you guys think. As always, like I said, this was my list. If your favorite song was not on this list, I apologize. But yeah, let me know down your guys' top 5 down in the comments. Let me know. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. We're now on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Can we get there? 5,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys sub, like the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.
Turn around and drop it for me low. A pro, we ain't stop until we reach the goal.